Alright. I'm back in Dragon Age. I'm also just gonna quickly go past the options screen because for some reason it says gameplay recording blocked. And I don't want to mess with that. There we go. Okay. Continue. And new lights. Honestly, the lights changed so much of my whole area that I actually had to change my basic light. I had to change the warmth of it in order for me to look semi-normal. But I'm digging this new look. I'm still not sure of what my second color should be because obviously we're going to keep orange. Purple looked a lot better than my green did in contrast to the orange, which is why I have it that way so far. I don't remember what I was doing. Approach the mages. I think in order to continue with the Dorian thing, that's Blackwall, Solus, Varric, Vivian. Yeah, I think in order to continue the Dorian thing, I have to continue this. But I'm still debating on my second color. If you guys have any opinions about what my second color should be other than purple, I did ask my friends what other color would probably work. They gave me, because of course I can't do black. There's no black option on my wheel, on my lights. So the options that they gave me was green, purple, I think something else. Let me see. Let's see. God, I have so many useless apps open up on my phone right now. What other color did they say? Orange, green, purple. Orange, green, purple. So I guess green and purple seems to be the... Yeah, I really like the purple mellow. I mean, like, my colors are so limited anyway, so I'm not entirely sure of what else I could do. But,
I saw the leader of the bull's charges, that Iron Bull. He's something, is he not?
Oh, go on with you. You can't go making cow eyes at one of those oxmen.
No harm
oh, I
looking,
can.
is there? Those shoulders, those horns.
Fucking bull.
You're mad.
Anyway,
Maybe, but I'm not dead.
I think the purple works the best. But if you guys have any other opinions that would probably work. The green, I didn't really think shined all that great, so that's kind of a new. To the war room! To the war room! I need to continue getting Dorian, and I have a snack that I warmed up. I know there's probably a lot of you that know what crumble cookie is, but I went and got some crumble cookies, and obviously I wanted to get the basic bitch chocolate chip flavor and the brownie batter. But in order to get... Shut up.
Anything new we don't already know about? No, nothing.
Oh. So yeah, I warmed up one of the cookies that I bought earlier today. And oh my god, the worst thing. Also, I did not say anything besides responding to the spooky lighting. Hello, Mello. Welcome back to the stream, even though I kind of asked you to show up to check out my lighting. Thank you for showing up to check it out. I appreciate you being here. Hopefully your day went a lot better than mine, because my bus broke down. Hello. We have received weapon plans and located an apiary to supply us. When the idea was presented, the beekeeper tented his fingers and sneered. Of course, quite disturbing. Okay. Whatever, bro. Ambassador, I very much enjoyed your soiree, and I hope to see you at the summer cottage for our picnic luncheon next month. Do not fret about the ghastly things said about your associates. Your more reasoned heads will prevail, and this foolish gossip will come to nothing. Cool. Sister Leilana. Sorry. I was paranoid because my bit rate was being a little wonky. Monette has always been one of our most devoted lay sisters. At your advice, we urged her to consider a life of service, and after hearing of the dangers of the game, she has consented to take vows. I truly believe this may have saved her life, and I thank you for your words of advice. Some of our sisters have had luck tending wounds caused by demons thanks to a new type of healing salve. I have included the details so that your own healers might make use of it. Yours, Mother Renette. Nice. We're going along great. Checking everything again because I don't trust it. What the hell am I doing? Completed. Oh my god, that is so much power needed. So much power. And I should do this first.
We don't have the manpower to take the castle. Either we find another way in, or give up this nonsense and go and get the Templars.
Redcliffe is in the hands of a Magister. This cannot be allowed to stand.
No.
The letter from Alexius asked for the Herald of Andraste by name. It's an obvious trap.
How nice of him. We need to stop arguing.
We can't waste time fighting among ourselves. We have to come to an agreement.
A Tevinter Magister controls Redcliffe, invites us to the castle to talk, and some of us want to do nothing.
Not this again.
Redcliffe Castle is one of the most defensible fortresses in Ferelden. It has repelled thousands of assaults.
Yeah.
If you go in there, you'll die. And we'll lose the only means we have of closing these rifts. I won't allow it.
And if we
I
don't
wanna
even
die.
try to meet Alexius, we lose the mages and leave a hostile foreign power on our doorstep.
Even if we could assault the keep, it would be for naught. An Orlesian Inquisition's army marching into Ferelden would provoke a war. Our hands are tied.
The Magister...
Has outplayed us.
There must be a way.
We can't just give up. There has to be something we can do.
We cannot accept defeat now. There must be a solution.
Oh god. This isn't worth the trouble. We need another way in. Contact the Arl?
Where is the Earl of Redcliffe? I'm sure he'd help us get his castle back.
After he was displaced, Arl Tegan rode straight for Dunnerin to petition the Crown for help. I doubt he'll want our assistance once the Ferelden army lays siege to his castle.
Wait. There is a secret passage into the castle, an escape route for the family. It's too narrow for our troops, but we could send agents through.
Too risky. Those agents will be discovered well before they reach the Magister.
That's why we need a distraction. Perhaps the envoy Alexius wants so badly.
Focus their attention on Trevelyan, while we take out the Tevinters. It's risky, but it could work.
I like the sound of that.
Fortunately, you'll have help.
Oh, thank God his voice
This man
is
says
back.
he has information about the Magister and his methods.
Sorry, I really like
Commander.
Dorian's voice. I really like Dorian's voice.
Your spies will never get past Alexius's magic without my help. So if you're going after him, I'm coming along.
The plan puts you in the most danger. We can't in good conscience order you to do this. We can still go after the Templars if you'd rather not play the bait. It's up to
I
you.
like playing the bait. Choosing the mages will make it impossible to work with the Templars. Who the fuck cares? Redcliffe Castle and the mages who could close the breach are under the control of Magister Garion Alexius, a Venatori cultist with an unhealthy interest in Trevelyan and the power to reorder time itself. He has kindly invited Trevelyan to the castle alone to negotiate. It's an obvious trap, but Leilani and her agents can infiltrate the castle and remove the Venatori threats while Alexius's attention is diverted. A dangerous game, but it's our best chance. Heck yeah! We just have barely enough power and enough level to do so. Let's go! My back! Oh wow, I love how Dorian's already picked, like, he ain't getting rid of me. Varric, obviously, and Iron Bull! Oh, for the love of God, I need to remember. to upgrade frickin' Dorian as soon as I can, so I don't make the same mistake that I made last time, which is have all these new squad mates, but don't level up a single one. It's how it do sometimes. Let's go. See, I was planning on doing some kind of little makeup or bigger makeup every time I streamed, but I was a little tired, and I did work before this stream. On top of also, my bus broke down because fuck me.
Announce us.
The Magister's invitation was for Mistress Trevelyan alone. The rest will wait here.
The negotiators. Then I'll stay here.
If my friends can't enter, then I won't go in either.
We're already armed, buddy. Why does Iron Bull have makeup on his face with everything I put him in? I put him in everything, anything, and he ends up with makeup on his face.
My Lord Magister, the agents of the Inquisition have arrived.
Hello.
My friend, it's so good to see you again. And your associates, of course. I'm sure we can work out some arrangement that is equitable to all parties.
Oh, I'm sure we can.
Mages to have no voice in deciding our fate?
Fiona, you would not have turned your followers over to my care if you did not trust me with their lives.
Because because you simply ooze trust.
Of course she trusts you, Alexius. I'm sure lots of people put their lives in your hands.
Iron Bull
You have
slightly
good
approves.
Yes, the Magisterium tells me that.
Dude,
so
you didn't
often.
even realize that
Shall
I
we
was
begin
making fun
our
of you.
talks?
That's sad, my guy.
The Inquisition needs mages to close the breach, and I have them. So, what shall you offer in exchange?
Nothing. I know you want me dead. Let's talk about the magic. Well, I need a pretty good distraction.
Don't bother. I know that you invited me here to kill me.
If you believe that, I marvel that you chose to come anyway.
She knows everything, Father.
Felix, what have you done?
Felix, you were not supposed to talk. He's concerned about you.
Your son is concerned that you're involved in something terrible.
So speaks the thief. Do you think you can turn my son against?
I haven't stolen shit from you
walk
yet.
into my stronghold with your stolen mark, a gift you don't even understand, and think you're in control.
Why am I standing there
You're nothing but a
bow-legged?
mistake.
Oh, thanks. What was supposed to happen?
If I'm a mistake, what exactly was the breach supposed to accomplish?
It was to be a triumphant moment for the Elder One, for this world.
Father, listen to yourself. Do you know what you sound like?
He sounds exactly like the sort of villainous cliché everyone expects us to be.
Dorian, I gave you a chance to be a part of this. You turned me down.
Yeah.
The Elder One has power you would not believe. He will raise the Imperium from its own ashes.
Who is the Elder One?
That's who you serve. The one who killed the Divine. Is he a mage?
Soon, he will become a god.
That was not
He
my
will make the world
question.
bow to mages once more. We will rule from the Boric Ocean to the frozen seas.
You can't involve my people in this.
Alexius, this is exactly what you and I talked about never wanting to happen. Why would you support this?
Stop it, Father. Give up the Venatori. Let the Southern Mages fight the breach, and let's go home.
No.
So not gonna work
It's
out in
the
my
only
favor.
way, Felix. He can save you.
Save me.
There is a way.
What?
The Elder One promised if I undo the mistake at the temple.
I'm going to die. You need to accept
Oh.
that.
Seize them, Venatori. The Elder One demands this woman's life.
Oh. Oh.
Your men are dead, Alexius.
You are a mistake.
Thank you.
You should never have existed.
No!
Oh my god, what did he do? Did he just like kind of like slash him with magic? Hello? Can I know? Please?
Blood of the Elder One. Where'd they come from?
I don't know. You can fuck off, good sir. Wrong button. I don't even know why I thought square was going to be the button at all. Where'd you go? Ha! Oh, wait, hold on.
Placement. Interesting. It's probably not what Alexius intended. The rift must have moved us to what? The closest confluence of arcane energy?
I don't know.
The last thing I remember, we were in the castle hall.
Let's see. If we're still in the castle, it isn't. Oh, of course, it's not simply where, it's when. Alexius
Yeah.
used the amulet as a focus. It moved us through time.
Doesn't sound good.
That doesn't sound good.
It sounds terrible. Depending on when we are and what happened while we were away. Let's look around, see where the rift took us. Then we can figure out how to get back. If we can.
What do you mean, if we can?
What was Alexius trying to do?
I believe his original plan was to remove you from time completely.
Oh.
If that happened, you would never have been at the Temple of Sacred Ashes or mangled his Elder One's plan. I think your surprise in the castle hall made him reckless. He tossed us into the rift before he was ready. I countered it. The magic went wild, and here we are. Make sense?
As much as it could. What about the others?
There were others in the hall. Could they have been drawn through the rift?
I doubt it was large enough to bring the whole room through. Alexius wouldn't risk catching himself or Felix in it. They're probably still where and when we left them. In some sense, anyway.
Do you know this Elder
Alexius
One?
mentioned an Elder One in the hall. Do you know who he was talking about?
Leader of the Venatori, I suspect.
Ninja for Life
Some
92,
majesty
welcome back to the
aspiring
stream.
godhood.
Hopefully your day
It's
went
the
well.
same old tune.
Sad
Let's play
Dorian
with
doesn't
magic
like
we don't
women.
understand.
Oh, I
It
know,
will
like,
make us
his
incredibly
voice.
powerful.
His voice is
Evidently, it
nice.
doesn't matter if you rip apart the fabric of time in the process.
I mean, like, I kind of knew that he didn't like women, but not really. Okay, evidently it doesn't matter if you rip apart the fabric of time in the process. What if we can't get back?
And what happens if we can't get back?
Then we get comfortable in our new present.
I don't like our new present so far. We're standing in water. I also, not that, need to go over to Dorian and level him up. Perfect, awesome, great. Definitely not forgetting anything important. Awesome. Let's go. Is that a note that I can read? Nope. Not at all. Knock knock. This looks like the red beryllium. I don't remember how that word is said. Loot. Oh, that's wall. Mm-mm. Lyrium. Thank you. Thank you, Ninja. I definitely is not doing great on remembering it on my own. Hello?
Andraste blessed me, Andraste blessed me. My tears are my sins, my sins, my sins. Andraste guide me, Andraste guide me.
That doesn't sound good. 'Cause I sure as hell haven't blessed anyone recently.
Watch out!
No, he ran away! Get back here! You suck! Get off me, fire. So it doesn't matter which way I go? I feel like it should matter a little bit. A loot. Alright, maybe I'll go check out the side that has the purple nasty stuff. Oh. Bull. Bull.
You're not dead. You're supposed to be dead. There was a burn on the ground and everything.
Alexius didn't kill us. His spell sent us through time. This is our future.
Well, it's my present, and in my past, I definitely saw you both die.
You don't look well.
Are you alright? You don't look so good.
Red lyrium. If I'm lucky, it'll kill me. If not, I am hoping I die fighting.
You're dying.
No, he's not. If we find Alexius, we go back and none of this will happen. Remember?
Alexius isn't the one you need to worry about. It's his Elder One. He killed the Empress of Orlais and used the confusion to launch an invasion of the South.
Good to
The army
know.
was all demons. You ever fought a demon army? I don't recommend it.
I should have been there.
Sorry, I wasn't here to help.
Demon army. Shit, you were lucky you died early.
Thanks,
Let's
Bull.
move. No time like the present.
Well, I'm glad I came to this side. Hey! Now it's... Oh.
Andraste Sacred Knickers, you're alive. Where were you? How did you escape?
We didn't escape. Alexius sent us into the future.
Everything that happens to you is weird.
Thanks.
You don't look so good, Varric. What happened?
Bite your tongue.
Iron Bull's not looking
I look
good.
damn good for a dead man.
You're no more dead than we are.
The not dying version of this red lyrium stuff? Way worse. Just saying.
We get to Alexius, and I just might be able to send us back to our own time. Simple, really.
And Dorian sure is having
You
a...
and I have very different definitions of the word simple. You want to take on Alexius? I'm in. Let's go.
Dorian has a much better outlook to it than
Magister's in his throne room. Vince say he locked himself in.
Iron Bull and Varric. But I mean, they're also dying. That's a shame. I don't like that. Is there anybody else to listen to? Nope, just loot. Oh, take it. All hail Varric, the king of sarcasm. I love Varric Ninja. I love him to death. Is that where I wanted to go? Move, boys! Never mind. We're going down. No, we're not. I need to go up. Right? I was going up. No, I wasn't. I was going down. Okay. No one else to talk to. Nowhere good, though. Shit. I guess I have to go back the other way. Sucks that Varric isn't a romance option. I think I would absolutely love that if that was a thing. I would have loved that if he was a romance option. We'll try this way. The way I started to go. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, it's Fiona down here. Fiona! How you doing? And yes, I'm alive.
Alive. I saw you disappear into the rift.
What happened to you?
I don't understand. What's happened to you?
Red Lyrium. It's a disease. The longer you're near it, eventually you become this. Then they mine your corpse for more.
Can you tell
Wait,
us
is she
the date?
stuck in there?
It's very important.
Harvestmere. 942 Dragon.
942? Then we've missed an entire year.
We need to get back.
We have to get out of here. Go back in time.
Please, stop this from happening.
Is she in the Lyrium?
Alexius serves the Elder One, more powerful than the Maker. No one challenges him and lives.
She's stuck. Yes, she's stuck. Okay. Ninja. Damn. I will do all I can.
I promise I will do everything in my power to set things right.
Our only hope is to find the amulet that Alexius used to send us here. If it still exists, I can use it to reopen the rift at the exact spot we left. Maybe.
You're the closest we have to
I
time
said
magic.
Maybe. It might also turn us into paste.
You must try.
Yeah, because this future
Your spy
looks
master,
great.
Leanna. She is here. Find her. Quickly. Before the Elder One learns you're here.
Yay! This is all great.
If Red is an infection, Maker, why is it coming out of the walls?
Are you sure you want to find out?
Oh, I pressed the wrong button. That's a shame. Okay. Dorian ain't doing great in health-wise, but doing pretty good. Hey! Never mind, hold on. Why are you hiding up here? Okay.
Well, it's nice to do something constructive for a change.
Nice to be doing anything at all. I'm enjoying it while it lasts.
Great. But we love being stuck into nothing. So much loot!
Take a look around. See if there's anything we can use.
Thanks, I'm already on that, Varric. I love looting. Something to read here that I won't actually read. And supply cache. Hello? Oh, supplies replenished. Never mind. Never mind. It sucks, though, that, of course, it happened to Varric and Bull, since I brought them along with.
There is no maker. The Elder One has taken all that is his, and will soon rule from his city.
That still doesn't make him a god.
Did they just kill whoever was in here? Get out of there! Why? Why couldn't I leave that spot? I know I was kind of crazy swinging, but what the hell? How do... There we go. Whoa, whoa, okay, I forgot this. Go. I forgot how to play.
Over here!
Well, this thing went running away. Like a pansy.
I'll bleed you, mongrel!
I'm surprised they left her alive this long. Poor woman.
Who was it? Just some random? Or wait, is that the mother that helped us? Because I don't know if we're still in the one castle or our castle. Not 100% clear.
Know of the sacrifice at the temple? Answer!
Never.
Oh, okay. I went invisible for nothing. Oh my god.
I will die first.
What the fuck happened to her in a year?
Or you will.
What the what happened?
You're alive.
You're safe now.
Forget safe. If you came back from the dead, you need to do better than safe. You need to end this. Do you have weapons? Good.
Obviously.
The Magister's probably in his chambers.
They're on my back.
Aren't curious how we got here?
No.
Alexius sent us into the future. This, his victory, his Elder One, it was never meant to be.
It's pretty freaking real to her. I'm not gonna say that.
I'm so sorry for everything you suffered.
We have to reverse his spell. If we can get back to our present time, we can prevent this future from ever happening.
And mages always wonder why people fear them. No one should have this power.
It's dangerous and unpredictable. Before the breach, nothing we did.
Enough. This is all pretend to you. Some future you hope will never exist. I suffered. The whole world suffered. It was
That's
real.
why I said that it's not real. That's why I avoided the that's not real option. Because this is.
While we were away.
Stop talking.
I'm just asking for information.
No, you're talking to fill silence. Nothing happened that you want to hear.
I have the best team right now. Okay.
We need to find Alexius. I'm sure he'll be in the nicer part of the castle, if there is one.
Okay. Ugh. I wanted to jump and not to do that. Stop it. And we're done. Thank you for rushing to my side, Iron Bull. I'm pretty sure I got it, though. pretty sure. It'd be funny if his son was never saved.
The Magister needs more power for his rituals.
No! Don't hurt me, Linnea.
See, the dialogue decided to stop there.
Why does everything they do with magic have to be so creepy?
I have no idea! Okay. I leveled up. Don't load. Jesus. Enemies are likely to overlook you. Okay. Okay, that's how I keep forgetting that's how I actually spend it. Oh. This lyrium is ridiculous.
The breach, it's...
Everywhere.
Used to be, it was only dwarves who were afraid of the sky. Now, it's just good sense.
That's great. Oh, it slowed me down. I don't really like how slow it's making me. I gotta get out of this circle. Am I stuck? Jesus. Okay, there we go. Kill one enemy, disrupt the rift. I trust in my team to do the rest. I'm stuck on the lyrium! That looks like fun. There's never anything good, is there? There's so many rifts! Oh, come on! Ooh, that's a speedy one. God, even opening and closing the rift is faster in the circle? Holy crap! That's nice! I didn't think that part would be faster or slower. Woo! Nope. Nothing there. Oh, I need to sneeze. Excuse me. Sorry. My nose has been running and acting like crazy. I'm not tired, you are. Hello, doors. This looks like a fun place. Alexius's journal. Don't push me around, Varric. Silver earrings. Anything? There's our big old reed over here. Then that just goes back into that room.
What became of Felix? Do you know?
Yes, I know.
And you're not going to tell me?
You'll find out soon enough.
Okay, so he must be still alive. I wonder if he became, like, the vessel for the Elder One. And that's what he meant by keeping him alive. Inventory full! Shenanigans. Shenanigans! I can have that. Oh my god, I can. $203, $139. Okay, that works. Anybody else? I was about to say, why would I give him a shield? 36, 37, 47 though. Heck yeah. 79, 94, 104. Just quickly doing this as quickly as I can. I don't think I can equip anything for him that's not Bianca. I don't think I can. Yeah, because as soon as I do that, it completely takes away Bianca. So, Bianca, come right back. Okay. Item level 11. Man, I don't... This is not good. I don't know. Well, no, that didn't do anything. It still says 59 out of 60. Yeah, sure. I don't know what else to do with it. I don't want to sneeze again. I don't really want to get rid of that. How? Like, what is making my inventory so big? Is it all this crap? This is better. 105. Yeah, that was better. I don't know. 14 for the helmet. Yeah, 14 is the best I got. Dorian! Never mind, you can't have that. Have that. Iron Bull. 96? You can't wear that. I don't know why I keep looking at it like you can. 88's still the best for you, buddy. 7666. You can't wear any of that. $90. Okay. Alright, so then I guess I'll get rid of some of this stuff then. Item level 10. I gotta make some room. That's all I know. Belt of healing. Oopsie. Got that. Got 2 rings. And then got that. Have that. Have that. And that. Because I really have no other way to go about it. What does this do? Sunder. Guard damage. We'll put the guard damage on you. Okay. Does it also count this stuff? Because if it also counts this stuff, I feel a little jit as to why I would count this stuff. It shouldn't. It better not. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Get out of that. Okay. Is that enough? No? Iron Bull. You died, buddy? I got you. Got you. Hold on, I think I have one more. Nope, I have several more to go. Who's taunting? How dare you taunt? Still can't do anything with the rift there. Still can't do anything. There we go, there we go. I should be able to do something now. I love how she's like, you gotta go before they realize you're here. Dude, the fact that...
Alexius is close.
The fact that rifts are closing is gonna be enough notice for them to be like, where you at? Wait. No, I guess there was nothing else here. Unless it's up a flight. It wasn't.
Try to take out that enchanter quickly. Block them from coming up the stairs!
Oh-ho! I went to flying. Nope. Stop it. Stop hurting my team.
I could really go for some light reading.
What are you talking about? This is not the time. Another shard. So maybe I am supposed to go through all this. Figured it'd be telling me that I shouldn't. But I am. Oh, goodness.
What happened here?
Venatory decorating at its finest.
Okay. I love the lack of answers I'm getting.
Noticed us yet. Good opportunity to look behind the cloud.
Nah, we're good. Oh, I guess there was somebody from a distance, huh? Hello?
Sorry for interrupting your dinner.
Who the hell cares about their dinner, Dorian? Oh, you look fine, sir. Goodbye. Lyrium! Hello? I'm. Oh my god. So it shows why I never look away from chat. Hello, Tim. Welcome back to the stream. Hopefully your day's going well, including the baseball game. I see your hydrate. I see your posture check. I see your hat's off to you. And I know exactly what I'm gonna wear since I know you're at a baseball game. Ah. And I'm back. And I've redeemed everything as quickly as I can. What? This led me to nowhere. That's bull. This led me to nowhere. Like how I'm still invisible. Okay. No. Yeah, I need to go one more. Hold on. I haven't been this way yet. That's not a way to go. Never mind. Hold on. Oh. This ain't doing much for me. This is some way I haven't been yet.
Are they praying? Let's try to take them by surprise.
Oh! Suck it, mage! Suck it! love the fact that I can go invisible like this. It helps out so much.
Doesn't look like the Elder One is interested in saving
Let's go
his
Royals, yeah. Again, wish I could be there, because a baseball game sounds really nice right now. A lot better than my bus breaking down. I had to go move the hat and knock my headset right off my head. Whoopsie. Barely caught him. We're good. Still nothing good up in the rafter, though. I'm pretty sure if I would have tried the door to Alexius's throne room, it would have said that I needed 5 shards. Oh, hello, team. But I was impatient. Alright. Didn't I come from this way, though? I'm pretty sure I did. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Maker's breath. Where did Alexius find this? How did he even move it here?
Can we open it?
Perhaps. But it looks quite strong. How desperate and paranoid must he be?
Very.
Servants must have a way through. He has to eat. Let's look around.
Great, now it's giving me all the markers for all the places that I've just been. Crap. Is there anybody else to fight over here that I missed somehow? Maybe, possibly. I opened up that door. Did I miss a door to that other wing? Maybe. Come on. Oh, a door. This might be it. I did not go as far in as I should have. So let's go! I love how my teammates always pace for me. It's pretty nice. Oh, we're not like entirely there yet. Wait. This whole thing is connected. I just never went through the door. Sounds like something I'd do. Bash. We can't go in the normal way? Not like going in the normal way is preferable, just we can't. Well... Well... Hello. Whoopsie. My bad.
How much damage did Alexius' spell do?
A lot.
Rafe tore apart all of southern Thedas, starting here. But whether that's his doing or the breach, who can say?
Well, I mean, all this has done is finalize the idea that he cannot stay in whatever power he has with the mages. He cannot. Okay. I don't know what the difference is between...
Might be more my thing.
Listen, Iron Bull. Listen. Here I come.
Next!
Did I kill him with one blow? Holy hell! That was a weak mage. And there's our loot.
Let's head back to the main hall. I think I know how we'll open that door.
Thanks. I already delivered 4 out of 5 shards. How do I get to the main hall? I'm gonna get lost. Shit. I was hoping to uncloak myself, but all I did was make it happen again. I'm pretty sure jumping like this is faster. No! Not through that door. Over here. Perfect. Oh, bull. Alexius? Alexius? I got a bone to pick with you. I hope I'd find you here.
I was worried I'd have to search the whole castle for you, Alexius.
There's no longer anywhere to run. I knew you would appear again. Not that it would be now, but I knew I hadn't destroyed you.
Good.
My final failure.
Was it worth it? Everything you did to the world, to yourself.
It doesn't matter now. All we can do is wait for the end.
What end, my dude? The end?
What do you mean? What's ending?
The irony that you should appear now of all the possibilities. All that I fought for, all that I betrayed, and what have I wrought?
Well, Felix really
Ruin
ain't
and
looking too
death,
great.
that is nothing else. The Elder One comes for me, for you, for us all. Felix.
That's Felix. Maker's breath, Alexius. What have you done?
He would have died, Dorian. I saved him. Please, don't hurt my son. I'll do anything you
Send us
ask.
back, bitch.
Hand over the amulet and we let him go.
Let him go and I swear you'll get what you want.
I want the world back.
Okay.
No!
All you had to do was let him go. So, thanks for this stupid fight. Hello? Where'd he go? This is going to take a while. Perfect. Okay, it's kinda hit. Hit. Don't touch me. Perfect. Can I just... Oh! Hello, Lala. Welcome back to the stream. I hope your day is going well.
Your death will be my
I
apology.
don't believe this is a Dark Souls ripoff, Margo. I think this is Dragon Age Inquisition, but I don't think it's a Dark Souls. But then again, I've never really played or done a whole lot with Dark Souls, so I'm not great at completely telling that either. After stream, yeah, thanks. So far this is going a lot better than my trip today. Oh, I'm slow! Get me out! This must be the fast one. Oh, my foot's just in there. Don't mind me. Die! Okay, now I should be able to get my foot back in there. Close the rift. Yes, Lala, I broke down. The mechanic ended up calling a tow truck, and I ended up going home with the bus that I put my kids on. Hello? With the bus that I put my kids on. So, my bus, as far as I know, is still out in the wild, needing to go back to the bus barn. But since the mechanic wasn't able to look at it directly, I don't know 100% exactly what happened to it. My best bet is that I blew a hose or a possible water pump, because as I was driving, my temp just suddenly skyrocketed. It was quick, like a 10-15 second quick skyrocket of temp. Yeah, of course he lost Felix long ago. We can still help him.
This Alexius was too far gone, but the Alexius in our time might still be reasoned with.
I suppose that's true. This is the same amulet he used before. I think it's the same one we made in Minrathous. That's a relief. Give me an hour to work out the spell he used, and I should be able to reopen the rift.
I have to wait an hour?
That's impossible. You must go now.
I think it is time to go.
The Elder One.
You'll have to hurry. This is
Whoa. First, wait, what is happening with this cutscene? His arm is in his body. It cut to Varric not being there. We'll head out front. Keep him off your tail. Oh my god. I won't let you die.
I can't let you kill yourself for me. There must be another way.
Look at us. We're already dead. The only way we live is if this day never comes. Cast your spell. You have as much time as I have hours.
Which isn't a lot. Let's be honest. You'll be out of arrows within a minute. So Dorian.
Though darkness closes, I am shielded by flame.
Well, can't we at least look? Oh.
Andraste, guide me. Maker, take me to your side.
I didn't appreciate seeing Iron Bolt toss through the door.
You move, and we all die!
Well, I'm not a huge fan of watching people die for me. Even if this is only a possible ending, I don't like it. Don't look. Yay! Punch him in the face.
Put aside all claim to Redcliffe and we let you live.
You won. There is no point extending this charade. Felix.
I want to die, Father.
You'll die.
Everyone dies.
Well, that was quick.
I'm glad that's over with.
Who are you?
Or not.
Grand Enchanter, we'd like to discuss your abuse of our hospitality.
Your Majesties.
When we offered the Mage's Sanctuary, we did not give them the right to drive our people from their homes.
King Alistair, Queen Anora, I assure you, we never intended...
In light of your actions, good intentions are no longer enough.
You and your followers have worn out your welcome. Leave Ferelden, or we'll be forced to make you leave.
Well,
we have hundreds who need protection. Where will we go?
we could offer
The
you
Inquisition
protection.
might be willing to take in the mages.
And what are the terms of this arrangement?
Closing the
Hopefully better
rift,
than what
bitch.
Alexius gave you. The Inquisition is better than that, yes?
I've known a lot of mages. They can be loyal friends if you let them. Friends who make bad decisions, but still loyal.
It seems we have little choice but to accept
like
whatever
Varric.
you offer.
Your what? Why would I ever choose that as an option? What the hell is that?
We would be honored to have you fight as allies at the Inquisition's side.
A generous offer. But will the rest of the Inquisition honor it?
Because
The
I
breach
said so.
threatens all of Thedas. We cannot afford to be divided now. We can't fight it without you.
What happened to me?
Any chance of success requires your full support.
It's a generous offer. I doubt
Ironbull
you're going to get a
disapproves.
better one from
Sarah
us.
greatly disapproves. Ironbull, what the fuck?
We accept. It would be madness not to. I will gather my people and ready them for the journey to Haven. The breach will
I
be
actually
closed.
hate knowing right
You will
away
not regret
who
giving
likes
us
and
this
who
chance.
doesn't like stuff. I liked it better when I went to talk with them. I don't like having that instant thing of boo or yay. I don't like that. You have to live with my decisions, cause I'm the Andraste. I'm pretty sure it's been 10 minutes by now. I'm gonna take off the hat. Just so I can hear my game a little bit louder. Now my hair is all pushed back. I am not eating this cookie at all. I wanted to eat it while it was still soft.
It's not a matter for debate. There will be abominations among the mages, and we must be prepared.
If we rescind the offer of an alliance, it makes the Inquisition appear incompetent at best, tyrannical at worst.
What were you thinking, turning mages loose with no oversight? The veil is torn open.
I lied to them? Well, we do need their cooperation. But I still think they deserve freedom. Hope time to make people hate
They're
me.
not monsters. They're people, and they deserve the same respect as anyone else.
This is not about respect. Even the strongest mages can be overcome by demons in conditions like these.
Enough arguing. None of us were there. We cannot afford to second-guess our people. The sole point of the Herald's mission was to gain the mage's aid, and that was accomplished.
The voice of pragmatism speaks. And here I was, just starting to enjoy the circular arguments.
Closing the breach is all that matters.
We'll need lyrium? I didn't know we needed lyrium.
I got a taste of the consequences if we fail. Let's make sure we don't.
We will not fail.
We should look into the things you saw in this dark future. The assassination of Empress Celine. A demon army.
Sounds like something a Tevinter cult might do. Orlais falls, the Imperium rises. Chaos for everyone.
One battle at a time. It's going to take time to organize our troops and the mage recruits. Let's take this to the war room. Join us. None of this means anything without your mark, after all.
Wow. They still like me enough for to be let into the war room. There goes my nap!
Thank you. I'd be honored to help with the plan.
Meet us there when you're ready.
I'll skip the War Council, but I would like to see this breach up close, if you don't mind.
Then you're staying?
Oh, didn't I mention? The South is so charming and rustic. I adore it to little pieces.
Wait, did we see the person in the background? Did we see the person in the background? You want to stay? I don't want you here. We'll keep an eye on you. I'm glad you're staying.
There's no one I'd rather be.
Please let them still be there.
With, future or present.
Excellent.
Yeah, the person in the background!
But let's not get stranded
to his
again
left!
anytime soon, yes?
They're a
I'll
little
begin preparations to march on the summit. Make her willing, the mages will be enough to grant us victory.
That totally distracted my snack time. Are you okay? I don't even know where you were.
Appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin.
And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your lyrium by the end of the week. I should tell you, Ambassador, the Chantry raised some fuss when they learned about our arrangement.
The Inquisition must certainly seem an audacious idea to the Grand Clerics. We hope to convince them it is a necessary one as well.
Oh, it's these two that are talking. Got it. Time to fast walk. Hello, Vivian. How are things? Game?
If Fiona and her malcontents are joining us as allies, we need to be prepared. Abominations are inevitable.
Glad you hate me.
Cullen doesn't have enough Templars to handle incidents. Some of the rank and file need to be trained.
Keep them hidden.
We can handle the mages. There's no need for Templars.
Have any of these men faced an abomination before, my dear? Have you?
No.
The veil is broken, and the raw power of the Fade rushes out like floodwaters through a shattered levee. In ordinary places where the veil is weak, magic is much more likely to attract demons. And if demons can walk our world with no blood magic to summon them, how safe do you think our allies are? There has never been a greater threat to mages than the breach. Until it is closed, no one is safe.
Okay. I'm not as confident in them.
You have a low opinion of your fellow mages.
It's not so much an opinion as grasping the obvious. Magic is dangerous, just as fire is dangerous. Anyone who forgets this truth gets burned.
Yeah, but... I really have no idea what I'm walking into. But I don't like Templars.
But Templars are a poor solution.
They are men, and all men are flawed. That some fail does not mean that none should try. The fact remains.
So much for these choices being supposedly a little bit easier than Mass Effect. I'm sitting here twiddling my thumbs, unsure of what I want.
Who shall lower the blade if not a Templar? Tell me something. You said once that you wanted to change things. What future would you build for mages?
Again.
Mages should be treated like anybody else.
And yet, however much we may wish it, we are not like everyone else. Anyone can see that a chevalier is armed and dangerous, and they can see when his blade is about to strike. But can you spot a mage coming? And if he arrives at your stoop, can he leave his magic at the door? It's something to consider, my dear.
I don't know. I still think you have, like, a little bit of hate.
Oh, darling, you look terrible.
How can you possibly oppose freedom for your own people?
You live in the world, Inquisitor. You have eyes and ears. The obvious cannot have completely escaped you. The world is not made up of mages and Templars or circles and chantries. There is no us and no them. There are only people. People who must share a world which is not portioned equally among all. My own people want a larger share of the world, uncaring that they have already been granted great power.
They didn't really ask
That's
for it.
not their fault. They can't help what they are.
Wolves cannot live peacefully among sheep, no matter how much they regret being wolves. The wolves howl and claw at the fences that hold them back. Take pity and you let them loose among the lambs. And what do the sheep do? Panic, and the scent of their fear drives the wolves to attack.
I don't know. Ah!
It'll take time, but people can learn not to fear magic.
One cannot unlearn a primal fear. Like fire or heights, it is not about prejudice. It is about survival. I care for the witch hunts that will come. I care for the angry mobs who string up mages on gibbets for the vultures. I care that my stupid brethren will kill and be killed by frightened people defending their families from monsters. I will stand in opposition to that,
but
whatever you may do.
You're not! Monsters!
Oh, darling, you look terrible.
Thank you. Never mind. This is all the stuff I already know. Thank you.
I'll take my leave. Good day.
Her head kind of
Who
snapped.
is she, Ambassador?
A merchant. I thought we should reach out to the dwarves to secure lyrium for the Inquisition's mages. According to Lady Corpin, it raised the ire of the Chantry.
How?
Access to lyrium makes us rather more formidable than anticipated. We're becoming a challenge. Sadly, the remaining Grand Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power instead of comforting the masses.
Of course. It's been this way for years.
The Chantry couldn't solve its own problems when it had a divine.
Yet many people continue to bear it great love. We will not benefit from its decline. Little but the Chantry ties Orlais, Nevarra, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
Has the Chantry truly promoted such peace?
Andrasti's chant is familiar across kingdoms, a source of many shared customs.
I don't know about that.
That is the crucial point. Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
Oh, you make it sound easy.
So if everyone listens to the chant, things will be smooth as silk.
I did say commonality is merely a beginning, but it's an important one. We must learn to think beyond our own wants, to secure peace in Thedas.
Yeah. You sound too good to be true.
How did someone so lovely and selfless go into Orlesian politics, Lady Montelier?
Well, that is, really, you give me too much credit.
You definitely think way more on it than I ever would.
I do have a question.
Okay.
The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. They demand to know whether the Inquisition officially claims that Andraste saved you from the breach. If it were up to you, how would you reply?
I don't claim to be holy. How will you? That's private. I still don't even know why it was there.
Will my answer change your reply to the Chantry?
If Leliana, Cassandra Cullen, and I could agree on our official stance, I could answer that. We should decide soon. The revered mothers don't seem to know what to make of you.
Fine.
I'd tell the Chantry that Andraste herself shielded me from harm.
I'd truly like to hear the debates that would raise in Val Royaux.
You usually say I don't know? Well, fuck! That was my decision.
That will help.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, have that.
Good day to you.
Anything to report?
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Okay. Goodbye.
Let's speak later.
Goodbye.
I have so many people to talk to, though. But yeah. Thanks, Ninja, for letting me know which one you usually do. I don't know. I don't know what the game wants from me.
It seems Blackwall knows nothing about the disappearance of the Grey Wardens. It's a disappointment.
Yeah.
I am, however, glad that he is with us, even if he was not what I expected. He seems to be a good man, and his experience will be an asset to the Inquisition.
Okay.
As for the other Wardens, I suppose we will have to keep looking.
Wow. Let's just drop that on her.
In Redcliffe, you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here.
Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history. I always loved a bargain.
It was still a sacrifice, and still noble.
And I would do it again.
Okay.
Anything I should know?
Altegan has returned to Redcliffe Castle and resumed his duties as Lord. The people are returning, slowly but surely.
Okay.
Unfortunately, our show of support for the mages has angered many.
Of course they
I'll
have.
leave you to your work.
Screw the people who think otherwise.
When will you be able to get us the crafting supplies we need?
Whenever the fuck I can find obsidian. Varric! Man, I wish I could woo.
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit that's a twist I didn't see coming. One thing you saw in the future worries me. I mean, it was all bad.
Yeah.
But Red Lyrium and Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my Red Lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
How fast does it spread?
How long does it take for Red Lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse.
Yep.
That's an accomplishment.
Don't worry.
The Inquisition has the numbers to track down all this lyrium and destroy it.
I hope so. I don't want to think about what happens if it starts a plague. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But
okay,
that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
Anything but plan for what's to catch my breath. Have a party. Yo, have a party.
That's a good point. We should celebrate. A banquet. Something like a banquet.
A word to Josephine, and I bet she could arrange anything. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
Thanks, Varric. God, I love Varric. Tim redeemed Hedrick. Is there anything else I can talk to you about?
Need something?
Nope, never mind.
Carry on.
To Solace! Well, I guess Sarah's first, isn't she?
Well, that's mages all over. So many robes, I bet all of Ferelden lost their curtains. I'll just be the other side of Haven, just in case.
They are here to help us.
These mages are here to aid the Inquisition. Don't worry.
Sure, don't worry. Magic up there, magic down here. What's to worry about? I mean, yay, freedom. Great for them. Over there, away from me.
And yep, carry on.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
Whatever. I don't like her. Like, I like her, but I don't, like, really like her.
So we have gained the mages. Excellent. They should be able to seal the breach. You are certain
That's what I'm
you
hoping for.
experienced time travel. Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fade?
Dorian is certain.
Dorian was sure. Impossible as it seems.
What an amazing gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed to avoid the future you witnessed.
I saw him? I don't remember seeing Solus.
I'm surprised you're not more interested in your own future.
I know enough. If that future happened, then I, and Cassandra, Cullen and the rest, failed to stop this Elder One. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again at Redcliffe. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
Thanks. Exactly what I wanted to hear, Solus.
Greetings.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hey, there's Dorian.
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Halamsharal? Cows milking farmers?
You disagree?
I take it you don't agree.
On the contrary, I approve. Heartily. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean.
I know.
The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given Southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
Is this where I can figure it out? So long as they're like
if
you.
That means they're anything like you. I approve.
Ha! There aren't many mages back home like me.
I'd believe that.
I never fit in. Bloodstains are so difficult to clean, you see.
So we're doomed to a future of blood magic then?
Not at first. But you'd be a fool not to see where this could lead. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed.
Okay.
Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
Okay. Tell me about yourself.
It occurs to me that I barely know anything about you.
Beyond my being a mage from Tevinter, you mean?
Beyond that, yes.
And beyond my being so charming and well-dressed, which is obvious to anyone.
It's obvious to me.
I'm well aware of your finer qualities. Believe me.
Of course you are. You're a discerning and intelligent woman, after all. Now, what was I talking about? Ah, yes. I am the scion of House Parvis, a product of generations of careful breeding and the repository of its hopes.
That's not how I expected that to go.
Naturally, I despised it all. The lies, the scheming, the illusions of supremacy. That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
Yeah, careful breathing.
Why would your family be upset with your choices?
Because I rejected their idyllic plan. If they had their way, by now I'd be married to some unlucky girl from a powerful family. We'd live in luxurious despair, despising each other as I waited to take my father's place in the magisterium. I declined.
Always fun.
And thus it's best I'm far from home. Less of an embarrassment that way, you see.
Tim redeemed Hydrate again. God. Careful breeding.
What did you mean by generations of careful breeding?
The great families of Tevinter don't have children.
Why are you so
refine
quiet?
Traits, weed out the undesirable and promote the rest. My mother was chosen for my father because magic runs strongly
There we
in
go.
her blood. Never mind that they loathed each other. They wanted a son who could become Archon to make House Parvis the envy of the Imperium. They got me. A cautionary tale that you should be careful what you wish for.
You don't like Tevinter.
I'm getting the impression that you don't care much for your homeland.
On the contrary, I care for my homeland a great deal. There's so much potential. Sadly, we squander it. We refuse to acknowledge how far we've fallen because pretending is easier.
That it is.
We pretend the Qunari can be beaten. We pretend that we're superior to everyone, even our own people. Not everyone feels that way. I don't. Sadly, with a minority.
But why do you care?
It just seems... So much of what you say about the Imperium is entirely negative.
It might sound that way. For all our faults, my people have many virtues. We are laden with history and culture. Tevinter is where Thedas truly began, remember?
Nope.
We treasure our past and preserve it. You can walk down a side street and find nothing built during the modern ages. And despite appearances, we care deeply about everything. We have no reserve, not in war and not in love. If I truly believed my homeland was beyond all hope, I wouldn't miss it so much.
Okay, why not go back?
Why remain with the Inquisition? Why not go back to Tevinter?
I'm not exactly welcome back home. Not that it matters, I'm quite accustomed to being a pariah. It adds to my charm. I can do more for Tevinter here. If the Venatori succeed, it'll set my homeland back 1,000 years. I'm sure some Magisters would disagree, but that's why we kill them.
Alright, that's enough for now.
That's too bad. I never tire of talking about myself.
Oh my god. I'm gonna quickly go grab something out of the freezer because I forgot I put it in there and hopefully it's not too frozen. It is not. It's kind of perfectly cold, which is what I was hoping for. So, tell me about the Imperium.
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Which I guess is technically Tevinter.
The Imperium always seems quite fascinated by it. Probably why they come up with so many ridiculous tales. Flying cows over Minrathous. It's madness. Alright, that one's actually true, but the cows didn't have wings. I digress. Anything in particular you wanted to know?
Apparently I have a list. And I can't drink spicy Sprite.
It seems strange that an entire empire would be ruled by mages.
I find it strange that your mages don't rule anything at all. Actually, the fiction in the Imperium is that mages don't rule. The Magisterium rules. That magisters are all mages is considered a convenient technicality.
Okay.
What is the Magisterium, exactly?
The upper house of the Imperial Senate, and the only part worth having a seat on. Those seats are split among the circles of
There we go, we're
Magi,
loud
the
again.
Chantry, and the major families. All mages now. It's odd that outside the Imperium, you use Magister like it applies to every Tevinter mage.
What are you then?
If you're not a Magister, then what are you called? No special title?
I'm an Altus, which is almost as good as a Magister, depending on who you ask.
And an Altus
I've
is...
never
You're not
heard of an
answering.
Altus.
Upper class. Those families who trace descent from the Dreamers, the first prophets of the old gods. If you're a mage and you're not Altus, then you're Leitan, lower class. If you're not a mage at all, you're Soperati. That's everyone else. We do love our fancy words.
Okay, what about
I thought
Archon?
the Archon ruled over the Imperium.
Well, yes. Technically, he can overrule laws passed by the Magisterium, but that never happens. Even so, he gets to appoint new Magisters, which means all the families vie madly for his favor. Thus, the Archon gets invited to all the parties. The truest path to Tevinter influence, let me tell you.
Okay. But mages do
If
rule?
it's a fiction, that means mages do rule then.
Yes and no. Let me put it this way. Mages do rule, but not all
Shit's
mages
complicated.
are equal. If you're not from the right family, chances are you don't rule anything. Maybe you're even a slave. The idea that anyone could be a mage, however, keeps the masses placated.
Is that true?
Can anyone be a mage?
Technically, The potential runs mostly in bloodlines, but it's been known to happen. More importantly, commoners believe it can. Tevinter legend is chock full of mage heroes from humble origins. So they hold out hope. Someday my son or my son's son will be a mage. Someday. Poor sods don't realize that means he'll be a quaestor at the arse end of the 100 Pillars, at best.
Is that bad?
Being a quaestor isn't a good thing.
I imagine the average non-mage likes to think so.
There's so much
Counting numbers and shuffling papers
words
all day is better than many occupations after all. If you're a second-class citizen among a pack of piranha, however, your outlook changes.
Let me ask you something else.
Of course.
Uh-huh.
There's an Imperial Chantry, isn't there? With its own divine.
You people aren't supposed to talk about the Black Divine, are you? If you mention him outside the Imperium, people make that face, like you're urinating in public. But yes, we do
Interesting
have the
way to
Chantry,
describe
or
that.
a version of it. Night and day comparing it to yours.
Is it really that different?
Is the Imperial Chantry so different from ours?
Not in theory. The main difference is in the whole magic is meant to serve man, not rule over him business. Back home, ruling the unwashed masses is serving them, for the good of the Imperium. Perhaps it started with good intentions, but these days it's academic. The circles are in command.
You have circles.
There are circles of magi in the Imperium.
We don't have dismal little mage prisons, if that's what you mean. They're academies, prestigious ones. We have Templars as well, but they don't cancel spells or whatever your Templars do. They're soldiers. They watch for abuse of magic, yes, but only those who are weak or who fall out of favor get dealt with. Mostly they enforce the Magisterium's edicts. The Chantry smiles and nods from the sidelines.
See, his thing sounds so much better.
Do you really call him the Black Divine?
We don't call him that, oh no. In the Imperium, he's the true divine. The woman sitting on the Sunburst throne is some backwater pretender. It all stems from a disagreement over Andraste. Marvelous, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. I love religions. Religions are the best.
Over Andraste?
It's not my field of expertise, but the Imperium believes Andraste was a mortal woman, a mage. Down south, they say, no, she's the bride of the Maker, ascended to his side, divine provenance, a blah blah blah. We feel better believing
blah, blah,
Andraste
blah.
was one of us. Makes executing her less damning, you see. So we elected a man as divine, the South declared war, and we've been feuding cousins ever since.
Your divine is male.
So, the Imperial Divine is always a man?
All the better to distinguish him from that other one, yes. Don't think there aren't a number of female magisters who bristle at that. Why can't they be divine after all? Same reason you never see a man on the Sunburst throne. Because that's how it's always been done. Excellent reasoning.
Ridiculous reasoning. Are you religious?
Do you consider yourself Andrastian?
The big question. It might surprise you that I do consider myself Andrastian. I simply do not believe in the Chantry. It is a relic, whether back home or here in the south. Something from a bygone age desperately clinging to relevance.
I can agree
it's
to
not
that.
an opinion that makes me popular.
I agree with you.
I
Holy
share your
shit.
opinion, actually.
That's not surprising, considering what the Inquisition represents. I'll say this. I may not believe in the Chantry, but I believe in you.
Thanks.
In me?
That the Maker sent you, whether through Andraste or fate. Cassandra is not wrong. You are what we needed most at the moment we needed it. That's what they will say in ages to come.
Oh, you fool! I'm surprised you think that.
You don't seem like the religious sort, to be honest.
If you define religious as sitting in a chantry and listening to a blithering hen tell you how to live.
Oh, Jesus.
then no. If you define it as
I love
believing
Dorian.
in the possibility that something larger than yourself exists, then yes, by all means. The world is bigger than I, even bigger than you. It laughs at all the things we think we know. The Maker doesn't need me to believe. but I do. The thought of no one at all watching out for us is too frightening.
Let me ask you something else.
So many questions.
Yeah. Could Tevinter be an
I'm
ally?
wondering if the Imperium would be a useful ally.
I'd think you'd be more concerned whether or not they'd support the Venatori. They won't,
Great.
of course. At least, not officially. They'll disavow all knowledge of dangerous cultists. Secretly, many Magisters will rejoice at the idea. And if the South falls to chaos in the meantime, all the better.
Good to know.
It would be in the Imperium's best interest to help. Surely it could use allies.
I think the Imperium gave up on the idea of allies a long time ago. We've been fighting the Qunari for what? 200 years off and on? It's a point of pride that we go it alone. They'll sneer at the South behind their silk handkerchiefs and say, "You've had it easy for far too long." Let's not forget that the Inquisition seems to be an arm of the Orlesian Chantry. Anathema so far as they're concerned.
But we're
not part of the Chantry. The Chantry opposed the Inquisition's formation.
You think that matters? Don't be silly. The Herald of Andraste. Your very title smacks of the Southern Chantry. You may as well be a heathen. I think they're far more frightened what you'll do if you
Tell it's been a long day. Is blood magic common?
Just how often is blood magic used there?
Oh, not at all.
Not at all.
That's what any Magister would tell you. They'd be convincingly offended by the notion, too.
Okay.
Of course, what people call blood magic here and what we consider blood magic are two different things.
Oh, great. What do you call it?
What's considered actual blood magic in Tevinter?
Blood magic isn't inherently dangerous. Using your own blood or that of a willing participant, what's the harm? The problem is that what's permitted only gets you so much power. And what if you need more? You always need more. That's where we get into sacrifices and demon summoning. None of that is done. Not officially. Behind closed doors, it's a different story. Real blood magic can give you an edge, a leg up against your opponents. It's safe to assume that any mage of rank does it. The rest are quietly shut out of power, to put it bluntly.
No Templar
You'd
intervention.
think the Templars would object.
I imagine they did, long ago. Once, their investigations might have been sincere. Then their balls were cut off. Too inconvenient. Nowadays, only the friendless are accused. And most of them probably innocent.
No one disagrees?
There must be some mages who oppose this.
Of course. I do. And I'm not entirely alone. Occasionally, there'll be a magister who makes noise. And then the reform talk begins. All very patriotic. Meanwhile,
I don't think so.
that magister will be quietly shunned. Chances are, surprise, it's learned he was a Maleficar all along. Most learn to keep quiet. Me? I enjoy the allure of pariahhood.
Oh boy, what about slavery?
Anyone who talks about the Imperium mentions slavery. It's the center of the slave trade.
Ah, that is true.
And did you have slaves?
Not personally, but my family does and treats them well. Honestly, I never thought much about it until I came south. Back home, it's how it is. Slaves are everywhere. You don't question it. I'm not even certain many slaves do.
It's not like that
we
here.
don't have slaves in the south.
In the south, you have alienages, slums, both human and elven. The desperate have no way out. Back home, a poor man can sell himself. As a slave, he could have a position of respect.
Not where I thought you were gonna go with that.
Support a family. Some slaves are treated poorly, it's true. But do you honestly think inescapable poverty is better?
Treated poorly?
Is that what you call it? Treated poorly?
Abuse heaped upon those without power isn't limited to Tevinter, my friend.
It's not.
I don't know what it's like to be a slave, true. I never thought about it until I saw how different it was here. But I suspect you don't know either. Nor should you believe that every tale of Tevinter excess is the norm.
Alright,
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
Have you seen
Have you
Alexius?
been to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
yet, no. I saw him before they locked him up. He looked despondent, broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to. I suppose the Inquisition will judge him eventually.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any chance they'll show him mercy.
Probably.
He hardly deserves it, but for Felix's sake. I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew.
Oh my god.
Did you know we're actually related, Inquisitor?
What?
Related?
Oh, not first cousins or anything like that. Can you imagine? You're a Trevelyan, however, and somewhere in the dank nethers of my family tree, there was also a Trevelyan. Perhaps he was even the one who ventured to Ostwick to establish the branch. We are talking long ago, of course.
Can we still flirt? Oh my god.
I'd rather we weren't related. That might make flirting awkward.
Depends on which branch of the family you come from. Regardless, I think we're still good to go. By at least 3 ages.
I should go.
As
What?
you wish.
Just because I did that? Screw
The
you.
Inquisitor's work is never done, I see.
Oh, never mind. I guess I'm done.
Go.
Try not to kill
Holy hell. When you get a new teammate, it sure does take a while to talk with them. Boop. Boop.
Oh, Creator, see me kneel.
No. They're not gonna see you kneel. Can I please get obsidian? Do, 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 do.
If you're free later, would you like to have a drink at the tap?
No. No drink. Gotta catch up with Iron Bull.
So, that Tevinter guy sent you into the future?
Wow. I'll protect you. Weird, right? Okay. Now, I know that Dorian is, gay. And I also know, because a friend told me, that if you don't romance Iron Bull, there's a chance that Iron Bull and Dorian can get together. So, I'm gonna stop romancing or doing all these options with Iron Bull, because I would like to see the relationship that comes out of Iron Bull and Dorian. Weird, right?
Every time I think I understand magic, the rules change.
I know, right? If I were a mage, I'd just throw fire at people. That's honest. Anyway, I hope our new friends have what it takes to close the breach. Damn thing gives me a headache just looking at it.
Then why do you keep looking at it? Oh god, I think I just slid on him.
Can I help you?
Why the name Iron Bull?
So, how did you get the name Iron Bull?
I picked it. We don't have names under the cube. Just, I don't know. Job descriptions, I guess. When I came to Orlais, I chose the Iron Bull for myself.
Why the name, though?
But why specifically Iron Bull?
This may surprise you, but I really like hitting things. Also, it's the Iron Bull, technically. I like having an article at the front. It makes it sound like I'm not even a person, just a mindless weapon. An implement of destruction. That really works for me.
Alright.
See you later, Bull.
See ya.
That's great.
Good day to you.
Hello, Blackwall.
There was never going to be an easy answer to the mage dilemma.
Nope.
What you did for the mages took courage. You gave them a chance. Everyone deserves one.
Thanks. You're the only one who thinks so.
What do you think of the Inquisition?
You already know what I think of your forces.
Okay.
As you wish.
Bye then. Holy hell.
All men are the work of our Maker's hands. From the lowest slave to the
Hey, Cassandra. Oh.
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. No one listens. We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance. And some respect for...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it.
Why is the camera like that?
It never ends, evidently.
Is there a problem?
Is there an issue with the mages? Can I help?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
I hope it will work out.
Well, I hope it works. What other choice do we have?
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I? I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
Flatterer.
You're flattering me.
I'm not. This always happens. Nobody ever takes my meaning.
You should see your face.
I'm thinking less flattering things now. Let's hope the breach has your sense of humor.
I bet it does. Cassandra?
Yes?
Well, never mind. I guess we ain't got nothing new.
Another time, then.
Colin!
The mages are ready to approach the breach. I pray this will be enough to close it.
Give the mages a chance.
I know you're worried about having the mages here. Give them a chance to prove themselves.
I'm not questioning their ability or their intentions, but we cannot ignore the risks. I will not endanger the alliance you've created. We need their help. Any precautions taken will be to ensure the safety of our people and the mages themselves. Nothing more.
Anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know?
Anything new?
I'm glad to have the Chargers on our side. Bull's men are professionals, despite evidence to the contrary.
Alright, that's all.
That's all for now.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
I do. Like, holy hell. Finally moving on from all this talking. I'm trying to find... I think I'm gonna go back to the hinterlands, actually. Which was down here. We have a lot of stuff here, man. Nothing over here, but we'll go here. Dorian, Varric, and Iron Bull. The best. Now we can finally move on. I didn't expect that to last so long. But talking with everybody can take a while.
Nothing.
Cool, I'm glad nothing to report. We're going to the Spirit in the Lake. What? Varric, move. Oh, I was about to say... Oh, that's rude. I thought I would do it. guys doing here? I didn't expect these guys to be here. I thought I'd cleared out this area. There we go. Oh, I could have checked to see if I could have leveled up my potion. That's okay. That's okay. But I do have this quest now. Hello, what is that? What is that? It's goodies. Memories of the Grey. Okay, this is part of Blackwall stuff. Oh my god. That's a lot of artifacts. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm remembering that I have a horse. Heck yeah. Oh no. This actually isn't the way that I want to go, is it? No, it is. We're good. We're good. This will safely get us there. Do, 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 do. Hold on. It might actually be better to go from the top. Yeah, it's better.
I think Blackwall would have liked to have been here for this.
What do you mean? It's fine. The job got done. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Whoopsie poopsie. Whatever. Okay, I'll try not to do my friend stuff then. Unless I have the correct team member. I guess. Hopefully he doesn't hate me. I don't think he would. I'll just remember that next time. Thank you. Really wish I knew how to make myself not be invisible. How's everybody?
Just rumors. And how much did you need?
It's good to have commerce restored.
We got some good deeds to do. No.
I doubt that's the last of them.
Oh, thanks. I really would have liked it if it was the last of them, Varric. Okay. Really hoping they're not up there. I think that's the Solus thing that I have to ignore for now. I'm pretty sure it is. What is that? Solus and question mark. Wait! My team leveled up! Yes, this is the Solus thing that I cannot touch for now. But maybe... I don't think I can, actually. Energize. Hey, energize that. Oh, goodbye, me. Goodbye. My nose. Okay. Wait, is this thing that I tried to do before? And it wouldn't let me do it. Move me! Okay. That actually worked out a lot better than the last one. What if I lit them all up? Would that make a difference? Don't understand what I'm supposed to do in this place. My inventory is full again. Mm. 139. 149. Yep, that's looking good. Okay, 47. 49. 49. Varric, we never changed, so let's just completely ignore him. We could give him 123. And then we could do a shield. That'll be great. 14. I really don't want to do that though. I'm really thinking. Maybe I shouldn't do it on that stuff. Thinking I shouldn't. There, I've cleared out some room. And I was given a lot of this, though. Nope. You don't have an amulet yet. Whoops, hold on. I'll get it figured out. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, wait, hold on. Gotta get rid of the stuff that we don't need anymore. Just so it stops saying my inventory is full. I absolutely hate this. This is the worst part of the game, because my inventory is now just starting to be always full. Always full. What does this do? I'm gonna assume that was the only thing I can get from here and just move on. Okay. Watch, that was something that I needed to do with Solus. Really? Come here. You gonna die. Come here. Oh my god. Bull just coming in from the side. Get over here. You freaking pansy. I swear I think I'm missing something. Thank you. We don't need any heroes on this operation. We're being paid to keep things quiet and keep trade away from the East Road. When reasonable, allow targets to flee and spread word of the danger in the area. When such is unreasonable, kill our targets regardless of colors flown. But we're not done yet, are we, Varric? Let's not fall down the cliffside. And check up here.
place to set up camp, perhaps.
Get over here. You are not going to survive, sir. Just live with it. And everything will be fine. And everything... Oh my god, there's loot everywhere. I beat it! Yay, power! Nope. Hold on. Yeah, see, I also ran my power down pretty well with that one mission, so I don't think there was really anything that I was going to be able to do anytime soon in the war room. Iron! Okay, let's set up camp. Nice. Nice! Okay. Let's do this Solus thing. I'm sadly gonna change out Barrick just so I can still keep Iron Bull and Dorian. Hold on. There we go. Level him up. Get this quest thing done and out of the way. Woo! That iron? That's iron.
So, Solus, you go into the Fade on purpose when you dream? Just to hang out?
Yes. The Fade holds a trove of memories to explore. Spirits know secrets lost to this world.
Yeah, but they're spirits. You can't treat them like people.
Would many not say the same of Kunari?
No. Because Kunari don't go around trying to possess people and turn them into abominations.
Well, he's got a point.
Instead, according to my research, the ancient elves may have set up wards near here. If we can find the artifacts they used, it may help strengthen this area against tears.
Hold on. We need to save this mage. Okay. So I did not... Wait, can I talk to you?
Peace. I am no danger to you. My name is Miris.
Okay, well stop walking away from me, Miris.
Perhaps we face a common enemy in these demons.
Leave. I don't trust you. What are you doing out here?
Are you fighting the demons on your own?
Fighting the demons is pointless. There will always be more, and I have no means of closing the rifts. But I have heard of elven artifacts that measure the veil. They may tell us where new rifts will appear. I was not expecting so many demons, however. I believe one of the artifacts is nearby. Can you help me reach it?
Yes, we'll help.
It sounds worth investigating.
Thank you. It shouldn't be too much farther ahead.
You better not backstab me.
I do not think I could have done this alone.
You better not backstab me. That's all I'm saying. So, you know... Oh. I might as well put... Oh, there's enemies, though. Hold on. Let's take care of those bad boys first. Nope. Come here.
We need another artifact.
Never mind. You're not.
There. If we activate that crystal, it should react to the strength of the veil.
Okay.
Yes, the wards are helping to strengthen the veil. This area should be safer for travelers now.
Cool.
Well, that should prove useful. I will be here when you're ready. I believe our alliance is concluded. Go in peace, stranger.
I want what you found. Oh my god. Special. I can use that Solus.
Mahalani, Maglandeva, Vi Enasalim.
Aye. Perhaps you're right. Here, take it. Go with Mithal's blessing.
Oh. Well, thank you. Glad I brought Solus along. Keep that in mind. Definitely bring the people along when it's their time. Very important. I am going to cheat. Fast travel. Change the party. Bam.
Nothing to report, sir.
I wasn't talking to you. What is this? Oh, shit. Never mind. Sorry, Varric. I gotta boot you again. Apparently I need Vivian. Nothing against Vivian. I just don't think, because of what I believe I want for the mages, is really gonna help me when it comes down to my relationship with Vivian. As much as she is a queen and amazing, don't think even if I could have a relationship it would work out. Because all I do is just keep pissing her off. Oh. Ow. Still no obsidian, though. Could really use some obsidian. Just saying. There we go, we're getting close. Hello? Damn it! It's iron! Why can't I have anything that I need? Okay. Tome. Tome. Yep. As usual, I can loot the house. Don't look at me. Shit. Do I have to get up there? Hold on. I can figure this out. Oh, it's just elf root. What am I doing? Hold on. I'll be back for you here soon. I just need to climb? Don't think I was supposed to climb there. This looks a little better. Now we're getting somewhere. Climb. The woot? And exactly what I need on that table, I bet, is a tome. Got it. Really? I probably didn't need her here with me. But now I'm just freaking paranoid. Blood Brothers. Templar has left a note. That doesn't say anything in particular. Okay, but at least she was there, even though she didn't need to be there. Great. If I can remember that next time, I won't bother to go get Vivian. Hello, my man. Again, not talking to you. Okay. We need to speed things up. I love the fact that I have a horse. I'm not really great at riding it, but I love it. Such a nice, calm game. Don't mind the fact I'm still invisible. I also don't know if my team talks to each other, though. If they're not out. Because they do all pretty much pile into my body when we're on the horse. Well, there is a mage that I would like to kill. Got it. In the house, you say? I better be able to, thank goodness. I hate when I've walked up to houses so far and it's like, nope, can't get in. Hard liquor. There's something outside here. Am I just going around following letters on dead bodies? Is that really worth my time? Okay. We're clearing it out. Oh god. There's so much stuff though. I think that's where the horse camp is. Can I travel to this place? Oh, that's the Red Cliff Village. You know what? I'm gonna come over here first, actually. Start way over here. Flowers for Senna. We have another black wall thing. Okay, so let's do... Hello? I can't move? Oh no. Okay, at least you can move. Change party! Let's actually bring Blackwall this time. Right, I'm free. Holy hell am I free. We'll take care of the one thing that... Are you kidding me? Why is there a bear looking at me? Return policy. I have nothing to do with you.
Good find.
Really? And that's all we have to say about it, huh? I hate this stupid bear. So Blackwall doesn't even need to be here for his stuff either. It's all a lie. You know what? Bears are not that scary anymore. Thank goodness. Because the last one sucked. Purple People Eater, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the hydrate.
Any thoughts on this Herald of Andraste business, Blackwall?
And I hope your day went well.
I just need to know you're capable of higher thought. For my own comfort.
Then you'd be better served giving me a word puzzle.
You'd do a word puzzle if I gave it to you?
Not a chance.
Why are there wolves? What is with this area? This area ain't that safe. Okay. Change the party. Now we have stuff to do, wolves, so see ya. At least they can't attack me while I'm in the boundaries of the camp. That's nice. Hello? Oh, there they are. Just trying to figure out where they could have gone. But we found them. They were idiots. Okay. I have to actually kill bears. I mean, at least the last bear that I killed wasn't that terrible, so I guess. It says there's enemies over here. Is it bandits, or is it bears, or is it wolves? Oh, no. It's wolves and bears. I don't really want to get in the mix of that. Maybe if we just wait long enough, the bears will kill the wolves. Kill it! Kill it! Yes! Now time to go kill the bears. Set it on fire! Oh, come on. One down. Oh, God. Come on. We just barely got rid of one. that I'm low health? Well, I kind of do care. Because now I'm dead. Now what is on us? Okay. I'm alive! Okay, we're good. Why are there people? Perfect. Okay, we got the claws. Let's go take care of this rift here. Am I even heading in the right direction for the rift? I think it's this way. Obsidian? Oh, no. It's still not right. It's still not right.
Here we go!
Go. I think I'm just finding way too many items is my problem. No. No bear. I'm done with bear. Just let me come to do what I came here for. Hello. There's a goodie. Heck yeah, there's the rift. Man, this person went running. Disrupt. What is that? It's not great, that's for sure. I don't like whatever that is. Oh my god, wait. How? How am I on fire? This is not good, actually. Hold on. No! Fuck! And he's on fire. Are you kidding me? Whoops. That didn't end well. Now I'm still gonna have my items, which is good. I'm still thinking that I can do what I need to do. This is still Onyx. Why do I have to collect this? Why is this rift so stupidly hard? Why am I slowing down? Oh my god, how am I dead already? How am I dead already? That just seemed really stupid. Okay, I didn't expect her to come out of nowhere.
Dorian!
Joel, why am I on fire? Why does that always happen? Stop being chilled.
Back me up!
Yeah, I can't use those, huh? What the hell? Perfect. I lost all progress because I walked away. That is a ridiculous thing still, so I'm not gonna. That's bull! Oh, Jesus. That's back in there, really? Let me guess. A bear. Mm-hmm. What is that? Apparently I can't collect that, actually. There's the bandits. Something that I should actually be able to do. Well, I guess it's not bandits, it's mercenaries this time around. Not messing with no bear.
Up ahead. That's the camp of our mysterious friends, unless I'm mistaken.
Actually, let's see if the wolves take him out. I don't know if the wolves are gonna take him out. Ooh. Maybe? No, that was the wolves' health that I was seeing. is my inventory full? It must be some of this. No. Oh my god, I've got a lot of elf root. See, I did that. But it did not clear up any space. So I'm just finding so much weapons. $49 is still the best there. Yeah, 49 is still the best. Varric, never gonna look. 106. 118. 123. Still beats it out. Okay. Now. Purple People Eater redeem posture check. Sorry, I'm thinking because I have to constantly think on what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna keep that. Okay. That is apparently better. I guess I haven't put any helmet on him. Whoopsie poopsie. 92 is better than what you had before. Varric has 90. 8's better. Iron Bull 7. 87. 88. Still better. Okay. And everybody has a helmet now. Seriously, I don't understand. Maybe I have a lot of accessories. That could be it. Haven't been here yet. Solace only? Well, crap. That's fine. Ugh. Kinda sucks, but I guess I'll live with it. You have 2 rings equipped, and you have an amulet. You don't have an amulet yet, so you know what? You take that. You have 2 rings and a belt. Okay, I don't know how. How I could be so full. Wait, you know what? I think I know how. I Think I know how. Remove that waypoint. Thank you. Hello, fortress. I have come. You're also hiding a skull. And many other things. Hold on, I need to look. Oh. Got one. Got 2. 3. Oh, come on. 4. Where's the 5th? Where is it? Did I not get that one? No, I got that one and that one. Oh! Huh! Got it. Good lord. Oh, I'm out of it. I'm stuck. No, 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 no. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm free. I like how I can claim this before I've killed the mercenaries. Just saying. It's pretty funny. Ow. Little rude. But that's okay, I guess. Ooh, so much good stuff. That I'm probably gonna run out of space for. I just keep blinking in and out. It might be because I'm regenerating health. What? He dropped loot. Maybe he should drop loot faster. Just saying. No. God, I don't need any more elf fruit. I am really grateful that these fights are not as hard as they could be. I can only imagine what it would be like on hard. That's a shame. For a fortress, they really didn't have a whole lot of people here. Ow. What's with that shield?
So you're not in the Magisterium.
For the last time, not everyone in the Imperium is a Magister.
But they do pretty much hand out seats like they're candy.
Yes, but it's that black licorice candy with salt on it, not the good kind.
That's a good way to put it. That's a very good way to put it. What am I supposed to do here? What am I stealing here? I'm stealing something good, that's for sure. Hey, big man. I don't know where I'm at. I was just kind of invisible. Okay. Shard. Return policy. Because I think I've taken everything out at this fortress. At this point. Not what I need. What I need to do is go back and I think sell a bunch of stuff that I have not sold. And also upgrade potions. Possibly make some stuff too. Make it look like I know what I'm doing. Hey! Complete the ritual. Whoa! Whoa! This is not at all what I thought was gonna happen. Well, that was fun. Okay, I completed the ritual. I have some shards to pick up on the way out. I'm gonna completely ignore the fact that it wants me to do those rifts, because I am not ready for those rifts. Keep getting my ass kicked. But yeah, pick up the shards, go back to the hinterlands to sell a bunch of stuff, and also to... oh, come on. Also to... wasn't there one down here? Or was there only ever one up there? No! Well, this sucks. Not even a ladder there to help. Whatever. This looks like a safe place. that's a lot of health. Oh, there was a lag. That's good. That's gonna hurt. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, we're good. We did not slide as far as I feared. Alright, there's one right there. Oh, come on. How is this supposed to be made easier? And I'm just gonna fight you for experience. Because that's all you're worth it to me. Nice. Fuck. We're full on inventory again. Wow, that only took care of one spot. Okay. Okay, no more fighting, including you, you stupid bear. No more fighting. No more nothing. Collect shards, go home. Collect shards, go home. Oh, Jesus. Collect shards, go home. I don't care about you guys. Really don't. I have an agenda to do. Collect shards, go home. Can't make me do anything else. It's not down here, is it? Shit. How do I get up there? Oh, come on. I hate this. Shut up. Too much work. Just to get up here. Unless it's obsidian, I don't really care. Even though I don't have a whole lot of onyx. I did level up too, so I should probably think about something here. What is this? Cut your weapons in a deadly toxin, making every attack poison enemies for a short period of time. Scatter spikes around you, hurting and slowing down your enemies. I think I'm gonna take the poison. Thank you. And there's no way I'm walking all the way around. I don't care how hard this hurts. Screw you, bear. I don't care about no bear. Still got it. Sucks to be you. Okay, world map. Haven. Really, it's because it's considering me in a fight. Whatever. Just keep running. Just keep running. It will eventually consider me too far from the fight. Oh, you kidding me? Nope, can't even fast travel. Hello, Iron Bull. Oh, thank God. Okay, we're done. To Haven, please. Jesus. Alright. I'm gonna do the work on getting all my stuff, you know, sold, treasures and stuff that I should probably sell. Because at this point, they're the things that are taking up so much of my space that I can't do anything. And I'm also going to see what I can make and upgrade any potions that I can off screen, so then that way the next time that I play Dragon Age, we'll be able to hop right in to more side quests so I can try to finish out the hinterlands and maybe eventually take out those stupid rifts. But for now, that is the end of this stream. I am definitely more than ready to get off and just chill for the rest of the night because I've been yeah, like I said, it wasn't hearing a bus breakdown seems like it's a really big thing, but it's really not that bad, especially when you can contact a mechanic to get it taken care of and actually have somebody to pick up the kids on the way. So it's really not terrible. So it wasn't that bad of a day. Could have been better. Could have made it home in my own bus, but it is what it is. Sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. And tomorrow at 4 p.m. Denver, we will actually be back in Stardew. Because I think Jen said she's down for it. But I know for sure Lou is. So then that way we can start summer. I think that's what we're doing, is starting our second summer. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys when we play Stardew tomorrow. And like I said, I'm going to do my best to pick out a day to do a longer stream, just as kind of an anniversary stream of being on Twitch. I don't think I will do any one game in particular. I might do a couple games, but I would also like to play with some of my community. And it might be this Friday or Saturday that I'm able to do it. But I will try to keep you guys posted and try to figure out a little bit more for sure things by tomorrow. At least have a day picked out. And then figure out a couple of games that I can play with you guys. So yeah, thank you guys for your support. Whether you came in just to lurk or chat, thank you very much. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow.